You know the feeling, your check engine light pops up on the dashboard and now you've got to figure out why. Well, a new survey finds Americans ignoring their check engine light for an average of 4 months before finally seeing what that problem is. 1 in 5 drivers also admitted to putting off a regular maintenance check for 6 and 18 months. The research revealed that drivers put their car care off because it resulted in unexpected repair fees, emotional stress, and even a roadside emergency. Auto repair costs are skyrocketing thanks to inflation and new technology in cars. AAA says costs are up 33% in just the last 4 years. Fox Business correspondent Jeff Flock is at the repair shop with more.
You are looking at what they call a donor engine for a Hyundai Elantra. And I tell you, they've even had to go to the trouble here of purchasing a $5,000 hydraulic table that helps deal with engines coming in and out. Why is that? Well, not just for replacing engines, but a lot of times vehicles are so complicated these days, they've actually got to take the engine out in order to make what would be simple repairs. That's why, if you take a look at the average cost of repair for a vehicle these days, over $4,500 for the internal combustion engine vehicle and over $6,000 for an electric vehicle. And that's similar to what's going on here. Andre Shumalo of Shum's Auto Repair, Philadelphia suburbs. You got a Mercedes here, fancy vehicle. The water pump went bad, and typically I've had a water pump repaired. It's a couple $100, pretty simple to do. Not so much here.
Yes, correct. Years ago, you could get away with paying $300 to $400 for a water pump replacement. Not anymore, though. These cars are way too complicated to be able to do simple repairs, so a lot of times we have to either remove the engine or remove the whole front end of the vehicle to gain access.
So you have to remove the front end. The other thing, you know, these have all got sensors these days. So if you get into an accident, maybe even a simple accident where there was no damage, the sensor somehow gets damaged.
Yes, the sensor gets damaged from just impact. So you look at it, there's no physical damage, there's nothing wrong with it just by looking at it, but it stopped transmitting proper information, so it needed to be replaced. The sensor by itself is $900, and it's about $500 to $600 to install it.
So an accident that caused no damage, essentially no visible damage, costs maybe $2,000 to replace, because you also have to reprogram the whole system once the sensor goes bad.
Correct. It caused damage to your wallet.
Yeah. And you talk about replacement or repair or fixing. Not much fixing going on these days. Take a look at the numbers. More than 80% of repairs involve just a replacement, not fixing.
Correct, yes. So we don't usually fix things anymore. You don't take a component apart and try to fix it or refurbish it. You just find a component that has failed and you replace it with a new one.
If you got an old car, maybe dating back to the 1900s, well, hang on to it. That's my advice. I'm Jeff Flock with the Fox Business Network in the Philadelphia suburbs.